In this video, I will show you what technologies we will be using in this tutorial. So let's go through all the frameworks and languages that we'll use. So first, we'll create three different applications in our course. First, we'll create an API. So we'll create a backend API to serve our data from the database to the frontend. Then we'll move to a frontend and we'll create a web application. And lastly, we will create a mobile app for Android and iOS. So, starting with our backend. For this, we will use a Django web framework. In fact, Django web framework is a full stack framework that we could possibly do everything. So, we could build the entire application in Django only, but we are not going to do this. I will show you a more efficient way to create a front-end application. But we will use our Django for our backend API. That means we'll take the data from our database and we'll serve it with a JSON format to our frontend. And for that, we will use Django REST framework. That's another library on top of Django, and it will help us build our API. And for that, the combination of Django and Django REST framework is so powerful, and we will do our API in no time. For our backend, we will be using Python language. So Python language is very easy to learn, and I will guide you through all the things you need to write your backend API. But basic understanding of Python will be required, as I'm not gonna explain everything from the very beginning how to write a Python. I will do my best to do it as easy as possible. Next thing, we'll create our web front-end web application, and we will have already our backend data ready. So we'll fetch the data from the front-end and display that on our web application or web page. And for that, we'll use a React.js framework. That framework has been developed by Facebook, and it's very popular framework at the moment. So we will use JavaScript to React. Next, we'll move to our mobile application, and for that we'll use React Native. React Native, it's a version of React that will compile and build as a native application on both Android and iOS. We'll use a lot of concepts that we already learned in React, and we'll apply it to React Native. I will also would like to show you this page, which is hotframeworks.com, and that kind of explain why I pick that stack, that technologies at the first place. So we are here on the hotframeworks.com, and you can see many of the frameworks here are listed, and those here are listed with different colors. That's are the most popular of all time across all the languages. So you can see here we have React on the second place, and then we have Django on the sixth place at the moment. So knowing that, you know that these frameworks probably are not gonna go anywhere soon, so they will stay and very stable. If we pick a specific language, like a Python here, you can see Django is overall winner with a score of 92. So that's a Django here on the top line, and you can see from 2015, probably from where that page exists, is on the top all time long. So that means Django is a very good fit and a very good framework to pick. Let's go to the JavaScript. And you can see here React is on the second place. At the moment it has the same score as AngularJS, but I have to say that AngularJS is kind of dying because Google developed another framework which is Angular, and it's a little bit less popular than React at the moment. So React soon probably will be on the top of this list. As you can see here, React is that blue line here, So it is getting more and more popular now, and probably in some time it will just overtake the AngularJS and it will be on the top. So obviously this is also very good choice for us. Also the fact that it's developed by Facebook, that means this giant will take care of the new releases and developing more features in the future, and also the community for these frameworks are huge. So that's a very good stack, and we can be sure that it is on the top of the bleeding edge technology that we can use at the moment.